much, Amrit. Thank you so much. Namaste. Namaste, everybody, and welcome to today's class on Mudra. Let's start with the mantra, but I welcome all of you. And Amrishji, thank you very much for the lovely starting. We start with our mantra, Guru mantra. Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurue Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadanti Svapadantikam Ma Saraswati Namastubhyam Varde Kamarupini Vidya Arambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Namo Namaha Vakshitanda Mahakayo Surya Koti Samastaha Nirvigna Kurume Deva Sarvakari. I bow down to Lord Ganesh, I bow down to Master Saraswati, and I bow down to all the masters and yogis and Lord Krishna. Okay, just rub your palms, bring your palms against your eyes, and all right. Okay, so we go back to our mudra. Yesterday, I had explained to you about, I'll just what are the benefits and what we're going to be learning in this course. So I'll just share the screen and we shall, put the, so what we learned yesterday, I think all of you were there yesterday, yeah? So I don't need to repeat anything, but basically there are 5 types of mudras, the kaya, so that is what we will be covering, most of it in this lesson, but let's see how much, as much as we can cover, and then we shall go further on that. Okay, so I had already explained to you the different types of mudras, the Man Yog Mudra, the Bandh Yog Mudra, the Kaya Yog Mudra, and the Hast Yog Mudra. Hast Yog Mudras are the one for the palms, and then we come to the Adhar Yog Mudras, which are the perineum. So I'll be dealing more with the Adhar Yog Mudras. All are very important, but maybe if we have time after the
Can all hear? I can't hear.
We can't hear. She's got power problems. She's gone. She'll come back.
Okay.
All right. So the basic mudras are, but before even you learned about the mudras, why do we do the mudras? Right? Why? Anybody can answer that question. Why?
You're cutting off and freezing, Ma.
Why do you use the mudras?
Mine's on mute as well, yeah.
Is that it redirect energy?
Sealing the energy?
I think there's internet disturbance. There's no power at my house, so I had to come down to the office and do the class. Okay, so the mudras are basically connected to balance your 5 elements in the body. We are made up of 5 elements, which earth, water, fire, air, and ether, right? And all these elements are in the whole universe, and they are also in our body. This is called the Panch Mahabhut. Because of the Panch Mahabhut, that's why God has already given us Panch, 5 fingers. Panch Vayus, the 5 breaths, 5 fingers, connected with the 5 fingers. And so everything is like punch, 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 5 elements. So everything is connected with our body, and whatever is outside there is inside there. So all the gestures. So basically, these are the gestures, but not share the screen now. That's okay. So in the lesson, what we're going to be dealing with the Panch Mahabhut. As I even told you the history yesterday, it all came from Lord Shiva. It's not coming from me. It's not coming from any yogis. It's not coming from anyone but the divine Lord Shiva himself, and which most of it are also stated in, not only in the Shiv Swarodaya, there are some perennial yogas stated, and the Man Bandhas, but they are stated in Shiv's the Shiv Sutras, which my dad used to read it out a lot. Okay, so now, according to the ancient Vedic wisdom, our health is literally in your hands. That's what it says. And how now do you think that the health is in your hands? How would you say that? Because all the 5, this is because all the 4 fingers and the thumb represent the 5 major the Panch Mahabhut. It's called Panch. Maha means great. Bhutas means the elements, right? So the great elements, then you have the little elements, but the great elements are all connected to your fingers, which is in the, and this again is in the entire universe. So the Panch Mahabhut is the Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, and Akash. Prithvi is the earth, right? Jal is the water tattva. Agni is the fire. Vayu is the Akash, and Jal, Agni, and Agni is the fire. So these 5 elements, meaning of tattva. What does tattva means? It's Panch Mahabhut or Panch Tattva. Tattva literally means, tat means Shiva, and it refers to the property of Shiva, Shivaness. So tattva is Lord Shiva's property. It all came out, it flew, the 5 elements flew out from Lord Shiva, and that's why it's called Panch Tattva. Tat and Va means what? So the Panch Mahabhut, the Prithvi, Jal, Vayu, that's why it's called Panch Mahabhut, Maha, the greater. Tattvas are the building blocks of this universe. So you see, when you build construct a house, you need the building blocks, you need a foundation, right? Without a foundation, you cannot build anything. So this tattva is the main foundation of the whole universe. That's how, if your foundation is weak, then everything falls down. So when you're building blocks in the beginning, which you lay, right, as you dig and you lay at the bottom of a house, everything, the whole structure of the house, how many stories you can go up, everything depends on your main foundation. And these are the tattvas, the building blocks of the whole universe. So when the whole universe was made, first of all, God had to make the foundation, and that's how. So when he made the foundation in the universe, the foundation was also made in every body. Every body, may it be an ant's body, may it be, an elephant's body, human body, but it needs the tattva. So tattvas operate at multiple levels. Okay. The balance in the tattva. Whenever there's an imbalance in the tattva, that's why you fall sick, you have mental problems, your energy, emotional, spiritual, all these problems arise because of the main reason is because of the imbalance in the tattvas. So physical, mental, energy, emotional, and spiritual. Now, physical, that's when you have less water in the body or more water. Now, next we'll come to how much percentages should you have in your body, what percentage is each tattva. But whenever one is higher or the lower, then you can get a physical problem. When one of them is really high, you can get a mental problem, mental block. You can get energy, your energy flows down and you don't, or you get emotional, very emotional over things because of one of the reasons is the tattva. And spiritual, our spiritual progress also totally depends on the tattvas. And that's why in Swar Yoga, what you have already learned, most of you learned the Swar Yoga course, that when you do the Swar, it's not only the Swar, left or right nostril, but you can even know which tattva is on, which are the 5 tattvas. Bhumir apa nalo vayur kamanur buddhi evacha. That's what says in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhumi, Prithvi, right? The earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Bhumi apa. Apas is the apas, nalo vayur. Vayur is the air. And then so basically, in a nutshell, you need to balance these tattvas. Now, tattva rhythms govern your spiritual prowess. If your tattvas are in rhythm with the rhythm of the universe, and that we do it through the breathing techniques and 2 techniques. One is breath, one is the swar, which you already studied about, and second is the hand gestures. All the hand gestures totally depend. Tattvas bestow spiritual progress and also material success. We are not sent in this world just to be spiritual and stay in a temple. And this, we have to do our work. We have to do our karma. We have to do our material activities. So these material activities are governed by your tattvas, by your elements. So that's a very, very, very important aspect. That's why I thought first, before you start, you need to know what the tattvas, because throughout this course, I will be mentioning a lot about the tattvas. Now, diseases emerge when these 5 tattvas are imbalanced. As I said, mental diseases, physical, emotional. Now, these are associated with our 5. So you can see the 5 fingers. This is the earth. If you all open your eyes, earth. I'm sorry, this is the fire, air, ether, earth, and water. And that only for the new ones, but the ones who have been here with me for the other classes, they already know, right? So the little finger is the water, right? Then the ring finger is the earth, the middle finger is the sky, the akash, and then you have the air, Vayu, and you have the fire. Now, each and every tattva has its governing deity, governing god, demigod. The god of fire is known as Agni Devta. The god of air is known as Vayu Devta. Then the god of Akash is Akash Devta. Jal is Varun Devta. And ultimately, it is Prithvi is Devi, Prakriti. There are 4 Devtas, but only one Prakriti. The universe needed the female energy. Nothing can function just on its own with male energy. So first it was the 4 male energy, but the female energy had to come. That's Ma Lakshmi. That is the Prithvi Devi, another form of the goddess Lakshmi. So that's what these represent. And whenever that's why our hands mean so much, but we don't even realize. So the little finger, which is the water, is you have 72% water in your body. It's little, but it's the most powerful. Imagine, most powerful finger in the 5 fingers is your little finger. Now, sometimes we say short people are more, clever than tall ones. So this is how the short little finger, tiny one, is very, very sharp, very, very powerful, because it constitutes 75% of our body. Imagine. Then only the second one, the earth, is only 12%. Then comes the space, which is 6% in our body. You only need 6% space, right? The air is again 6%. And the fire is 4%. So out of 100, you can see which is the highest. So which do you have to work in? Why do you do moon salutations and moon meditation? Because our body is 75% water, 72% water, and the energy of the moon has very, very psychic powers, divine powers on the water level. That's why you have higher waves and all that. So that's why you need to do that. And you need to do the Jal and the Jalundri mudra to balance your water level, because I feel 70% of the diseases in the body, illnesses, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, every problem is imbalance of these 5 elements, mainly the water or excessive fire. Space is there, earth is there. Earth is, yeah, you can put on weight and you can lose weight and all that comes under the earth. But the fire and the water. So that's why you see in your Panch Mahabhut, the main please mute Hast bandhas. These are all Hast bandhas. So first, I told you about the 5 types of bandhas. We're going to go deeper into the Hast bandhas. But all the bandhas, as I said, Kaya bandha, Man bandha, Adhar bandha, mudras. Bandha mudra, Kaya mudra, Man mudra, Adhar mudra, and Hast mudra. These are the 5 types of mudras. Mudra means gestures. It means you can write the notes down, because that's what I want to come to now. Mudra means gestures. Now, these are the gestures of the hand, gestures of the eyes, gestures of the tongue, gestures of the 5 tanmatras. So tomorrow, I'll start the class with the 5 tanmatras. This is the 5 tattvas. And then now I'll go brief you into some of the mudras, which you all have been waiting for. And then we'll go deeper into the tanmatras tomorrow. So now the combination, you see, we have 3, according to Ayurveda, our Panchbhuta, the 3 doshas. What are the 3 doshas? The 3 sorts of imbalance. The 3 doshas, according to Ayurveda, are due to the imbalance in the elements. Again, you get kapha, you get Vat, and you get Pitta. Either your body is a kapha body, you get a Vata body, or you get a Pitta body. Now, when there's more water and earth in a body, then it's a more kapha body. When there's more air and sky in the body, then it's a more Vata body. And when there's more Pitta body, it's the little finger and the thumb, then the body is more into the Pitta, So you have to balance. This is formed by the Panch Mahabhut. Even the 3 doshas are formed by the Panch Mahabhut, according to Ayurveda, Kapha, Vata, and Pitta. The whole Ayurvedic sequence is connected to the Kapha, Vata, and Pitta, right? Balancing of these three doshas. And so that is what happens. Now we come to the Tattva Mudras. But before even I go to the Tattva Mudra, one of the main mudras which I want to bring to your attention is the Namaste Mudra. Okay, Namaste Mudra and the writing mudra. So, all right, everybody, put your palms together. Put your palms together in Namaste Mudra. It's going to be more an interaction. I'm going to stop share for a little while. Okay. And I want to see all of you. So, can you all see me clearly? Namaste. Namaste Mudra. How should it be? We are always saying Namaste, but the elbows should be in line. The wrist here upwards, right? It should not be. It should be pressing from here. So you always are doing your lotus mudra before your Namaste Mudra. Remember. Okay, so the lotus mudra is this one. It's called the Pankaj Mudra. Pankaj Mudra. And then from Pankaj Mudra, in Pankaj Mudra, you are connecting your water tattva and your air tattva together. Now, as I said, water and air is which dosha? Which dosha is balanced with thumb and little finger, which I just told you? Huh?
Pitta dosha.
Pitta.
So you want
Pitta, but it's water and fire.
Water and kapha.
which is the third one, which we just said?
Water and hot.
No,
Kapha.
little finger and thumb. Little finger and thumb, Shalini.
Little finger and thumb is Pitta.
Pitta.
Fire and water.
Yes. Sorry. Pitta.
Please be alert. So, okay. So, and that is, you're only bringing your this. Now, first of all, is it clear to everybody? This is fire. Just repeat. Are you all clear with which are the
Yes.
elements here?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Anybody
Yes.
has any doubts on that? Because this is going to be a more of an interaction class rather than writing and me speaking, yep. No, it's going to be more interactions, okay? And we're just going to take anybody at the spot. And so it's nice even if you keep your videos on. Okay, so this is now very carefully. Again, once only, last time I'll repeat.
Fire,
Fire,
air,
air,
space, ether,
ether, earth,
earth, water.
water.
Correct? Good. Okay, now for the Pankaj Mudra. Pankaj is the lotus. You will bring this way. You start and you will bring the little fingers together. No gap between. They should not be here. This and this. Okay, there's a little gap in between the thumbs, but no gap between the little finger. Okay, this is your Pankaj Mudra. It's not this way, just this way. The other three fingers is only about an inch gap. Okay, and then from there you bring all of them, 1, 2, 3, earth to earth, fire to fire, water to water, air to air. When a person dies in Christianity, when they're burying, they say from earth to earth, water to water, fire to fire, air to air, yeah, and space to space, isn't it? Have you ever been to a Christian funeral?
Yes, you hear that.
Isn't that what the priest says?
Yes.
Why does he say that? Have you ever thought why he says that? Right?
Because our body consists of all those elements and we merge with the earth. So all the elements merge with the earth. And
not only with earth, you're merging with earth, water,
all the elements.
all 5 elements, yeah.
With the earth, yeah.
Merging with the universal 5 elements. That's why it says that.
Yeah.
So in the Namaste, this, okay, like that. And then you bring your finger. First, you're opening, you're making sure that touching each other tightly, okay? And then you're bringing them gently closer. So there's no gap. There's a very little gap just in the hasta part of it. Just in the center part of it, there's a little gap. Otherwise, all of it together and your shoulders, see how my shoulders go. And you press your palms. When you press your palms, your right and your left brains, you see, this is connected with the right side of your brain and the left side of your brain. They give in impulses. They give in the divine impulses, which flows down your shoulders, your arms, and it is projected to, if you are praying to the deity, it's projected to the deity. If you're saying namaste to anybody else in front of you, your divine conscious energy, your inner power is projected. But now, you know, when problems start, when you do a namaste mudra, and then you're looking at the person and saying, oh my God, I hate this person, and this is like that, you start thinking negative. Then what happens is a clash. There's a big clash in energy. So the energy starts imbalancing. So make sure, either if you don't like the person, don't go and do namaste, don't go and be outwardly sweet and inwardly you hate the person. Babaji always said, Bahar seva, under seva, ek. You should not be duplicity. Srila Prabhupada also says, always duplicity is the worst thing. So never be duplicity. What you are is what you show. Yeah. So that is what you namaste, and you have to breathe in and then you hold your breath as you keep on pressing. That is how you say your prayers. And your feet should be either in Padbandha, or if you're sitting, then you should tighten your perineum tight and you should do your Mool Bandha. So that is what the namaste is. This is how your namaste is, okay? Not just this way, not just this way, not just, you know, just like that. But if you say, believe me, if you do the namaste mudra correctly, see the difference in your prayer. See the difference. Even if you pray for 5 minutes, rather than praying for 1 whole hour, just doing this, like this, and mind is somewhere else, be in the present moment, even for 5 seconds. But be in that present moment. Namaste mudra brings you into the present moment. It is a mudra, a divine mudra, which brings you, because we are always, our pendulum is always swaying. I want to do this, I have done this. I want to do this. She did this to me. Da, 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 da. Pendulum is swaying. Be in the present moment. To be in the present moment, sitting in the namaste and pressing them. It's not just, the shoulder, it's pressing. When you press it, you see the divine energy flow between the right and the left brain. The impulses are all sent to all the parts of the body. This is said to the spiritually. Okay. So that is what that means. The Namaste Mudra, you all got it correct. Namaste Mudra is vital, 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 important in your body. And then another mudra, which I will now, that's why I don't want to give you the notes, just PowerPoint presentations now. I need you all to write. I told you all, bring a pen and a book, notebook, right? I told you that. Why? You see, these days, we are messing around with our touch screen, everything. But mind you, we all are doing it. I'm doing it even all the time. But now, when you hold a pen, right? Which mudra is this? Now, this is the space element, okay? And this is the space element. And this is the air element, okay? And your fire elements, you're using 3 elements. You're using your space, you're using your air, and you're using your fire element. You understand? Okay? Space, air, and fire. Now, when you hold a pen, you have a very divine maram points. That's why yesterday I told you each and every line are connected to the maram points of the body, right? Marma points. Marma, you say maram points. So maram points are also part of the Unani Chitiksha. Unani. When you talk about Ayush, it's AYUSH. Ayurveda, yeah, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, AYUSH, and homeopathy. This is what Ayush represents anyway. So when you write, you are holding the pen here, and this is the mudra you're doing here. So just a few centimeters below your earth element is when you're pressing. And when you do this mudra, okay, and then the other 2 fingers are either down or they're just loose, but they're not out. Do not put these fingers out when you're writing. Notice, have you ever noticed yourself when you're writing something, right? And then just hold your pen and see right now. So when you do this particular mudra, these 3 fingers are in a ladder. 1, 2, 3. See, they are in a ladder. 1, 2, 3. It's like a step by step by step, going up and then touching to the fire. So when fire and air, this has a divine power in our left side of the brain. Straight away, the left side of the brain is activated. Understand? And as soon as the left side of the brain is activated, what happens? What happens when the left side of the brain is activated?
Remembering.
Very good. Memory, concentration.
Yeah, take
Straight
it in
away, memory,
mentally.
concentration.
Memory level increase, focus increase.
Focus, exactly. Exactly. So that is the reason writing is so important. Like computers have come out, but in our time, there were no computers. Even when I had my office, where everything was writing. So I'm still, from the backward era, and I still prefer writing my notes. I still prefer, when Shashi told me she wants, so I said, I can't write all my notes. I have books and books and books and books. Even any lectures I used to go through, I keep on writing. So writing is very, very important. It straight away settles. And one day or the other, even if you've not remembered, you've not read it and you've kept it aside and you've written main points, it does come back to your right brain. And then it totally affects on your brain waves. When you have this and these 3 fingers like the ladder, you have and then so that's why you say nobody in this whole world's signature is the same, correct? The handwriting experts can know. Why? Because not of any other reason, because of this particular mudra. They don't know, but this is what is happening. When you have this mudra, from that mudra, you know which maram point was pressed and when that maram point was pressed, how much pressure did you put on your pen? How much?
Ma'am, can you show that?
Huh?
Can you show that maram point again? I missed it.
The maram. This is the maram point. This
that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you press
okay.
here, You see, actually it's out here. See, so this is the maram point. You can check it out. This is the maram point for the intelligence. So that is what. So the more you keep on writing, sometimes when in the old days we even used to have books, and the temple used to give us books, and we used to be to write, Shri Krishna Sharanamama, like over 1,000 times. I don't know anybody who
I used to do that. I used to do
or
that.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram.
When listening to Bhagavad Gita, keep on
We
writing.
used to write.
Yes,
so
yes.
Gayatri mantra, ma'am,
that's-
Gayatri mantra.
Exactly. So when you write the mantras as well, and you keep on repeatedly writing, it settles down more. And from here, straight away, it goes into your taluka, it goes into your the lower lobe of your brain. That's your medulla. And you know your medulla is the storage of all your memories. Sometimes, even by writing these mantras, you can get into your past life. You can get into many realizations start coming when you're writing the mantra. So rather than speaking, when you keep
Is
on
chopstick the same?
Hmm?
Is chopsticks the same?
Very nice questions. Yeah. Can you just show us now? I'm going to pin you. Very good. Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Can you see? Oh, my hand disappeared.
Yeah. Where's the
Yeah.
chopstick? Yeah, exactly. So they're very good. Excellent. See? So now she's using the chopstick, and the chopsticks again are to deal with the no. It's true. It's true. I wanted to mention it later, but it's straight away when you're picking the food and you're putting the food. That is how, so eating the food, fork and knife is not good at all. Spoon is not good at all. Babaji used to hate, and he used to hate us using a fork. Once I had a fork and I was eating watermelon, and he said, "Can you put it? Panch tattva use karna," he said. So straight away, when you eating, you don't touch your air. Now you're even eating this way. Now even just see the chopsticks. You're not using this much, right? The first, yeah, yeah. So you see, even when you're eating, try and eat without your first finger. So this is the mudra which you are using to eat, because this is the mudra of digestion, which will come to it later, right? So this is the mudra of digestion as well. And that's what you're using for chopsticks. So that's why the Chinese are very intelligent. They came up with chopsticks rather than hands. Very nice. Good. Very good. Apple. Thanks. Yep. There she is. See how you're using it. And that's wooden. So the wood is again earth tattva. So earth tattva is
This is bamboo.
Yeah, bamboo. So bamboo is even more powerful. Very nice. Very good. Very, very nice. So next time you're eating, make sure you eat with your hands or you eat with your chopsticks. Okay. All right. That's nice. And now, okay. So now is that clear? These two mudras, the Namaste mudra and the writing mudra. It's called Lekhan mudra. Lekhan, Lekhan mudra, right? Lekhan. It's not even Lekhan, Lekhan mudra. Okay, so these are the mudras. So make sure writing. So keep on writing the notes. I know everybody's used to taking the PowerPoint and taking the okay. So all right, we come to the next one. That's now. So we'll start now with the Tattva Mudras, okay? So which are the Tattva, basic Tattva Mudras, the 5 elements. Now, these are the simple mudras. So, and another thing, let me just come back about the Namaste Mudra. The thymus gland is here. So when you're pressing and your thumb is going in the thymus gland, and what is the thymus gland? The thymus gland is the house of the Anhat Chakra. So that Anhat Chakra gets the sparks when you press this, and you're placing your palms here. You're placing your fire here. So you're striking a fire, like just the way you light your candle. You're striking the fire element into your thymus gland, into your Anhata Chakra. So it starts energizing. Yeah. Okay. and it activates the thymus gland, and it also is important. And this thymus gland is also very, very important gland for your lymphatic system, because all your lymph nodes come out of your circulation and they end here. So for your lymphatic drainage, it's very important, the thymus gland. If you have problems with any of your lymphatics, then you should do just the Namaste Mudra and sit in meditation for a while. And that is of vital importance. So now we shall go through the main mudras. Now, number one, this one is which one?
Vayu Mudra.
Air and earth.
Vayu Mudra.
Yeah, it's called Gyan Mudra as well, but we'll not go through the second name.
And
Just
Gyan.
go to the simple name. Vayu, Akash Mudra,
Akash. Yeah.
then
Prithvi.
Prithvi Mudra.
Prithvi. Jal.
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 Now touching, when you're touching, straight away you're sending the fire impulse to the air impulse. Straight away, but where are you touching? You're touching like this, so that this, I told you yesterday, a little gap here carries a long way, right? So you're touching. Now, when you're doing the first, let's start with the Gyan Mudra. When you do the Gyan Mudra, what is happening? Okay, touch the tip of the thumb. Okay, fine. Just touch it. Don't press it. Some people feel that just by pressing hard, it's better. But no, it's just gentle touching, like the maram points when you're doing marma therapy. Now, another thing which I wanted to tell you, that, you know, you have so many therapies. Yesterday I mentioned the touch therapy. Mudra is a touch therapy. So you have the acupressure, pressure, then shiatsu, your maram points, you have so many touch therapies, magnet therapy is also touching everything. But the mother of all the therapies is coming from the mudras. If you see, those touch therapy all start with the mudras. Everything you're touching, everything you're holding in a special way because you're holding it in that mudra. Sometimes unknowingly even, we're doing it with our subconscious mind, because our subconscious mind has all the knowledge. Our third eye chakra, when it's open, it gives you all that inner knowledge, right? So you're automatically doing that. You understand, right? So that is what it is to do with the, so again, you want me to share the screen again? I can't share the screen. Okay, let me share the screen and show you, right? Okay, so we already spoken about Panch Mahabhut. You know about the 5 fingers. You know about which finger is there. You know how many percentage you know. I'm going to go to the next slide, but next slide. What is water? What percentage is water?
72.
Yes. Yes. 72.
Earth,
12.
12. 12.
water,
6.
72.
74.
Water is
75.
72. My
72,
vacuum
12,
is
6, 1, 1, 4, 4.
trick question. Trick.
fire,
Five.
4.
4.
The least is the
4%.
lower. Imagine the highest is the water and the least is the
34.
4. And then what is 6%?
Vayu,
Space and
air.
air.
Vayu and air.
What two elements are the same?
Fine.
What two elements are the same? What two elements are the same?
Air and space.
Air.
Very good. Excellent. Okay. So now you all are aware of tattvas. Tomorrow we do the tanmatas, but now we're going to go through the basic first, which you all know anyway. So number 1, you call it. Okay. Which one is this one? Gyan Mudra. When you do Gyan Mudra, what should be the position of the other 3 fingers? Normally people think that,
Right.
oh, do Gyan Mudra like this, pressing. Do not press it hard, number 1. So what thing you're not supposed to do? Do not press it hard, gentle touching to the tips only, not here, not here, not here, because when you touch here, the mudra changes. When you touch here, the mudra changes, the effect changes. So it should be the tip, okay? And all the other 3 fingers should be together.
Right.
And straight, okay? You don't do this way, okay? Straight. So this is your Gyan Mudra. See in the picture when you have it, beautifully done. So it is to bring the index finger and the thumb together, right? This is recommended during meditation. It also, wait 1 minute. It also provides it's recommended in meditation. This mudra is a soothing and calming effect on the mind. This is particularly beneficial for increasing memory and concentration, and even helps with things like depression, anxiety, loss of sleep, and stress. If you can't sleep at night, just sit into the Yan Mudra and you see the difference, right? The method: touch the tip of the thumb to the tip of the index finger with each other, and the other three fingers are stretched out. So they're not bent, they're stretched up. Okay, this way. You don't bend them. Sometimes so many people just leave them loose. They don't know what to do with the three fingers. They think, but these three fingers are also extremely important. If they're not stretched, then you'll not get that enough effect. So the effect also lies in the water tattva and the other tattva. Special as it is the mudra of knowledge, it enhances the knowledge. The tip of the thumb has centers of the pituitary and endocrine glands. So the tip of the thumb has the pituitary and endocrine glands. When we press these centers by index finger, the two glands work actively. So the pituitary gland and the endocrine glands work very actively. The time duration, there's no particular duration time for this mudra. You can practice by sitting, standing, lying down in bed, or whenever you have time, you can just do it. Benefits: it increases memory power and sharpens the brain. It enhances, so it's very good to do it on children, concentration, and prevents insomnia. If you practice it regularly, it will cure all psychological disorders like mental hysteria, anger, depression. But try do it regularly, but make sure do it correct. Some people say, oh, but I've been doing it so fun, but still it's not, I can't do it. But then how are you doing it? Are you keeping the three fingers straight? Are you keeping it this way? How are you doing it? Okay, so that was about the Yan. Now the Vayu. So we're doing a touch, okay? Yeah, so that when you go this way, it becomes Vayu. When you touch, it's Gyan. When you go this way, it's Vayu Mudra. So this is pressing. Just go through some of these lines which I wanted to show you. Okay, here. Now let's go through this first. Okay. So the Gyan Mudra is touching, Vayu Mudra is folding. Okay. Then the middle finger, Akash Mudra is touching, Shunya Mudra is folding. When you fold, you suppress. When you touch, you increase. So when you want something increased, you're touching. When you want something suppressed, you're pressing. Okay. And so that is for the middle finger. Then Prithvi Mudra is again touching. This is Prithvi Mudra, right? Surya Mudra is when you fold it. This is the Surya Mudra. Then it's not supposed to be right. It's Jal Mudra. Sorry, she's made a typing error here. This is the Jal Mudra, and this is the Jalondri Mudra. Jalondri Mudra and Jal or even Varun Mudra. This is also called, it's not why it's Varun. There's a typing error there. Varun Mudra or it's a Jalondri Mudra. You understand? So these are the main 8 mudras which you are learning today. All right. Number 1, 8, 9, 10. We've done 10 mudras today. Okay. So we will finish the mudras faster than I expect. Small finger, water jal, so as to bring back the balance in the 5 elements, right? So pranic mudra I'm not doing today. Pran, apan, vayam. Okay, so this pranic mudras I'm not doing today. I just want to do in detail the Varun mudra now. Prithvi mudra. Let's go up again. We have time. 10 more minutes remaining. Okay,
10 minutes.
yeah. Okay, so Vayu Mudra, time duration, the practice of the Vayu Mudra 45 minutes to reduce the severity of diseases in 12 to 24 hours. For better results, practice it for 2 continuous months. Benefit is what? It cures rheumatism, arthritis, gout, Parkinson's disease, and paralysis. Without any medicine, it is useful for cervical spondylosis, paralysis, to face and catching, the catching of the nerves in the neck. It corrects the disorders of gas in the stomach. So when you have gas problem, try, honestly, you do this and the gas will start releasing for about a little while, when you feel you've eaten something. And then, of course, but regularly for 45 minutes, you do it every day and you see the difference of 2 continuous months. Please mute. Okay, so that's the Vayu Mudra for joint pains and for problems with the, okay, stomach. Akash Mudra. When you touch, it's Akash. When you fold, it's what? When you touch, it's Akash. When you fold,
Shunya.
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 Is it? Is it? Think. Think while we do Akash Mudra, okay? So I won't tell you. For any ear problems, when you have, tetanus, or when you have ringing in the ears, you can't hear, hearing aid, this is a great hearing aid. So instead of buying hearing aids, start doing this and you see the difference. Yeah. Okay. Akash Mudra. When low, you become narrow-minded. When you're low with Akash, the space tattva in your body, you become very narrow-minded. You think anybody says anything to you, you start thinking, oh, you take a wrong meaning of whatever people are trying to tell you. So that is, and then you walk walking in the open sky, grounding therapy, grounding to Mother Earth is very important, to open up the Akash Tattva in the body, besides, doing the Akash Mudra. Then you come to the Prithvi Mudra, right? Prithvi Mudra is which one? Akash Mudra. Then Prithvi is the
Ring finger.
ring finger. All right, ring finger time. It is no particular time duration. You can practice it anytime you want, in any position you want. Again, the touching, it helps to increase the weight for weak people. It improves the complexion of skin. So this increases your weight. So if you have a tendency to put on weight, then don't do this one too much. But then to decrease the weight, you press it, right? Then you decrease the weight. So it helps to increase the weight for weak people. It improves complexion of the skin and makes the skin to glow. It makes the body active and healthy, right? So Prithvi Mudra is also for energy and peace of mind. So Varun Mudra. Now Varun Mudra, Varun Dev. Remember I told you Varun Dev, Prithvi Devi, Vayu Dev, Agni Dev, yeah? Agni and Akash. So now Varun Dev, you're meditating on Varun Dev. Every day after the yoga class, we say Om Varun Devaye Nam. So you do this, that's, I don't know whether you notice, but usually I do that. Om Varun Devaye Namaha, Om Vayu Devaye Namaha, Om Agni Devaye Namaha, Om Prithvi Deviye Namaha, Om Akash Devaye Namaha. So when you're doing your, Namaha, 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 you keep on changing and then it's see the difference, okay? So you can start with whichever we say, and then Om Surya Devaya Nama, Chandra Devaya Nama is again the Surya Mudra, which we'll do later on, and the Chandra Mudra, which will be coming later on. That's right, Varun. The little finger represents the water element, and hence it's great to maintain the fluid balance in the body, which is how many percent? How many percent?
72.
How many percent?
72.
72. 72.
Very good.
72.
Thank you. Okay, this leads to healing for many skin conditions, because your skin even becomes bad. You can know that your water content is bad. When your skin is bad, you start getting pimples. You must have heard of your grandma saying, drink a lot of water, isn't it? Have you heard that before? That drink a lot of water for the skin. So that leads to healing for many skin conditions and to a natural glow and luster to your face. So as I said, the Gyan Mudras are the touch. Gyan Mudra is touch. Vayu Mudra is fold. Come on, let's just all do it, okay? The first finger. This is Gyan, knowledge, okay? Vayu is to balance the prana in your body. The prana Shakti, the prana in your body. Then Akash, touch. Shunya is folding to balance the Akash Tattva in the body. Okay. Then the third one. So 8 mudras were done. Now Prithvi Mudra is touch. Surya Mudra is folding. Surya Mudra, I've got a whole lecture on the Surya Mudra, which we will start tomorrow. We'll start with the Surya Mudra. Then Vayu Mudra, we just done. Varun Mudra and Jalondri Mudra. Okay. Yeah. So small finger, the water, Jal, so that, okay, we've done this. Now, that's it. It's already time. All these other mudras we will be doing tomorrow. Okay. Jal Mudra is skin problems, skin sclerosis, dry skin, phobia, touch the little finger. And Jalondri is what? Jalondri is fluid problems, sweating of the body, water retention in the lungs, shagginess. You get pleurisy. So what it does is basically it also helps you with pleurisy. And Jalondri is pressing, yeah? Okay. And Jal is touching. Remember, Jal, Jalondri. And all your skin and all your phobia, when you're scared, when you have these phobias. I have height phobia, this phobia, fire phobia. So all these phobias are released when you get this. Now, one more thing which I want to this we're going to do later. Okay.
No.
So we got quite a bit today.
No,
2 minutes for any questions. We have 2 more minutes. Then I think I'll come to this tomorrow, the crossing your fingers. Any questions? We have 2 more minutes. Let me stop the screen. Any questions?
I wrote down question in the
In the
chat.
chat?
I asked about the Chin Mudra, Yan
What's-
Mudra and Chin Mudra. What's the difference? Because it's
Yeah.
the same mudra, it's only about the palms.
Yeah. Okay. Gyan Mudra. Gyan Mudra is this, right? The Chin Mudra. I'm coming to the Chin. We're going to be doing it tomorrow.
Okay.
In the later course. What is the difference? Okay, but this is Gyan Mudra. It's also known as Chin Mudra. When you press, the pressing is a little bit lower. The pressing is here. It's called the Chin Mudra. That's why I said each and every lines of our hand has power, has different activities in the body. So as soon as you touch a bit lower, it becomes Chin Mudra. Yeah. But the benefits, advantages, all that we will do it during the course. It's part of one of the mudras in the course. So we will be coming to that mudra as well. Okay. But at the moment,
Thank
stick
you.
to Gyan Mudra. At the moment, just stick to Gyan Mudra. At the moment, stick to this thing which we are now, but then all the other names and which other have, we will be following it in the course. Okay. Any other questions?
And we'll
regarding
do
we need
what
to
time of the day
Good
we
question,
do
Tanya.
empty stomach, what time of the day? Empty
Very good
stomach after
question.
food.
Okay, of course, Namaste Mudra, anytime you're saying Namaste, but doing your prayers, then the Gyan Mudra during your meditation, sitting, but don't do Gyan Mudra during watching television. People have that habit. Don't do it during watching your television. Watching your television, I'll show you some mudras later, okay? You
What
can
about
watch
while
television
walking?
and do some.
Ma'am,
while
what about
walking.
while walking?
While walking, while walking, don't do the Gyan, right? You can do Jalondri Mudra while walking. Jalondri is good while walking, or even Jal Mudra. Because while
Okay.
walking, your fluid is going up and down, it's going into waves. So you need to balance that. So while walking, you do your Jal Mudra or Jalondri Mudra.
Okay.
Okay. Then any other questions?
Kalpana ji,
Can't do Surya Mudra ma, while walking.
Huh?
Can you
What?
do Surya Mudra while walking?
Yes, you
Surya
can do
Mudra?
Surya Mudra. Yeah, you can.
Yes.
I have got later on one lesson is I've got all the mudras which you're going walking, sitting, standing, watching TV, or praying. So all those during prayers, it's not just Namaste Mudra. Namaste Mudra is the highest stage of mudra, but then there are certain mudras when you're even doing for the skin, for many reasons what you're doing that I'll be teaching you all the hand gestures. Yeah. Okay. So
Kalpana ji,
yes.
Thank you.
can I add something?
Yes, sure, Claudia.
There's Jalal Mudra.
Jal or Jalondar?
Jalal.
Jal is touch. Jal, yeah, Jal.
The 31.
Yeah.
I cannot keep on the left hand, the three fingers. I can't keep straight.
No, it's fine. Oh,
Is
these
it
three
fine?
fingers.
Yeah. On the right hand is okay, as you can see.
Yeah.
But
it's
on the
just-
left, look, it's not. Is it okay? Is it
Don't
okay?
worry. It's
Okay.
absolutely fine. And as I said, listen to your body. Your
Okay.
body automatically, once you start doing, will adapt to it. Yeah. Listen to your body. If your body can't, there may be a reason in your body, gradually it will. So just listen to your body. It's fine. Absolutely fine. Okay, Claudia. Anything else?
For improving the hearing.
We just said hello. Mhm.
Sunya, I think she said Sunya.
Shunya Mudra, right? For improving the hearing power. We did for the ears, we already did, na? The the Shunya Mudra. And then we're going to come to other mudras like Shanmukhi Mudra. It's also very good for hearing. So Shanmukhi is part of the other mudras then. Yeah, but hearing Shunya Mudra. Just do the Shunya Mudra. Okay. Surya.
Shunya is the little
For
finger
namaste,
bent.
Huh?
do we touch the chest?
Yes.
There's some method
yes,
touch the
Timeless
chest.
Thumb,
Yeah,
thumb
timeless
chest.
net and here and yeah. You have to touch. You see, are you seeing? Yeah. You have to touch here. Okay, this is how it is. All right. Okay. Not this way. Not this way. Some people just do this way, but that one. Okay. And then
This way.
Yeah. Mhm. Yes, and all the fingers together. Fingers are touching. Not this way. First, you start with lotus. Then you tell Jal, Prithvi, Akash, Vayu, Agni. All five.
This way.
pressing each other. Yeah. And then you bring them together and then put it here. But you know, in this day and age, we are in such a hurry. And that's why clapping is so important, because clapping, again, clapping therapy balances your tattvas. So even clapping therapy is also good. But clapping, not this way, clapping this way. When we clap, when we go to any functions or we clap when our child has done something good, clap for him. What does it mean? It means that all my Panch Mahabhut is being activated, and that activation of the Panch Mahabhut I am presenting to you. So your Panch Mahabhut energy is going to the person you're clapping for. So when you clap for somebody, it's good. It's good to clap for people. You know, if people does something good, we say, oh, give him a round of applause, clap, this, but it's good. But when you clap with the louder you clap, you know, the vibration. This is one of the lessons we're getting anyway. Probably tomorrow will be more clapping.
Ma'am, please, ma'am, one question is my
Yes,
side.
Shalini.
Jalandhar Mudra is benefit.
Yes.
Jalandhar. Which benefit? Which
Yeah, the
benefit?
benefits, I just told you that it balances the, even for the hearing, for the fluids in the body, all the fluids in the body gets balanced with Jalandhar Mudra. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you give the textual references of
Yeah. So the, okay. All right. So any.
Namaste, ma'am. Can you give the textual references for all the mudras?
I'll give you a chart later.
Okay,
Now I
thank you
want
so
you to
much.
write. Now I won't give you, I want you to write. Then after the writing and all that is done, then I will give you. Yeah. I will definitely give you everything. Don't worry. But I prefer you to write, right? So if you write, it's good. If you,
It feels
you know,
so good, ma, while writing. Even it feels good in ourselves when we write.
exactly. That is
Yeah,
what I'm saying. So the more you write, you know, the more your brain starts
It's a very
working
good
better.
feeling
That's
to
why in the
be on
small
the
yoga,
track.
You know, we are so used to just looking up in the internet, looking up in the YouTube and the thing, but writing is very, very important. Yeah. Okay. So any other
Okay, I
questions?
have to go now. We
Yeah,
are
we all
here at
have to go. We all
12:30.
have to go. Okay,
Some
just Om
sleep now.
Shanti, Om Shanti, and we go. All have to go. Okay, let's all put our palms together. Deep breaths in and out. Deep breaths in and out. Inhale, exhale. Peace be to all. Peace be to all. Peace be to all. Rub your palms. Bring the palms against your eyes. And then very, very gently. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Same time tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
ma.
so much.
Thanks for coming back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Namaste. Thank you. Bye.
See you tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Sure, ma.
Thank you.
Bye.